Hey people, Intro here, 3v3, Cathari Ruins, blue team. Bulbus as a Warlock, a melee spellcaster that leaps into combat, some powerful disruption and support. Alongside a couple of Chaos fellas, Val.Hero as a Plague Champion starts off with a damage over time bolt gun, can get melee weapons, some strong utility and support, can also repair. And rounding us off, the blue team, Hate is a weapon, somewhere there he is, with a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and disruptive hero with powerful battlefield manipulation and control. The red team is all Tyranids. First up is Ghaz as a Ravener Alpha, a tunneling hero, great mobility, powerful offense, and a bit of support. Begins with a ranged weapon. We can see the first tunnel back here. And alongside them, two legends of Dawn of War 2. This is Floid with a Hive Tyrant, a durable hero, walking through objects cannot be suppressed, with powerful offense, disruption, and support. Begins in melee with a basic synapse. I shall call you Alfonso. And rounding off the team, one of the most successful players in Dawn of War 2 Elite mod history, it's Noisy with a Lictor Alpha, a melee specialist, infiltrate and disrupt, some powerful offense and a bit of support. Just wrecking the Sorcerer here. I think they're going to get the Sorcerer off the field, in fact. This is the southwest victory point. Doom bolts. And then a special attack that might mean the Sorcerer goes down. Down they go, first engagement. They can get revived quite easily. Homogaunts in amongst some Chaos Space Marines. They need some support. Val.Hero is joining those. CSM took way too much damage there. Maybe they were trying to get the Heretics in. Lost two CSM models, and then the last fella just waited around. Sorcerer is back to their feet. Gets a good special attack. And goes down again. Spore Mines in play. Super aggressive start from the Tyranids. For those of you wondering why I give Spanish names to Hive Tyrants, it's because of Floid, a Spanish player that's been playing Tyranids for like a decade or something. One day he was playing a Hive Tyrant, I gave it a Spanish name in his honor, and the legend was born. Are they going to die to a whole bunch of Heretics here? Good special attack. Spore Mines coming in too. Heretics getting decimated by ranged firepower of the double termagants, one of which has toxin sacks. The Hive Tyrant gets away. Floid and Noisy, as I said, both very long time players. I don't think they play that much these days, so we may see some rust. But they've had a strong start. I know all of these players' names though, so it should be a good game. Here's the Sorcerer. Another revive of the Plague Champion. A bunch more XP for them. Chaos Space Marines here for Val.Hero with Eternal War. Havoc's on the way. They have double Heretics up. So does Hate. Hate is a weapon. Also has Noise Marines. Flesh Hook on the Plague Champion now. Into some Nurgle worship. Noise Marines show up. Instantly get into melee. And an awesome special from the Lictor Alpha. Might want to get some feeder tendrils to help the Lictor Alpha brawl a bit in amongst all these Heretics and stuff. Noise Marines doing their thing with that Sonic Blaster. Good area of effect damage to infantry, and it shuts down ranged attacks. So Termagants especially are not going to like that Sonic Blaster. Double Heretic chasing them down. And the blue Chaos and Eldar team are going to take the southwest in a victory point. None of these VPs natural. What is going on with the Eldar up in the northeast fighting a Ravener Alpha? We have some Raveners as well. I'm not sure if Ghaz lost some Termagants and replaced them, or they just went straight into Raveners. I don't see... Well, there's a bunch of bodies up there. Howling Banshees giving chase. Aspect of strength here. And there's that war shout to suppress those Termagants who got way, way too close to them. Hive Tyrant. No war gear on this guy. Can't suppress him, but doesn't want to face down and run into those Havocs with their heavy bolter there, because they take a whole bunch of damage doing it. Take Champion with the Breath of Nurgle to heal himself. Heretics there with an aspiring champion. Tyranids waiting for a little bit of a critical mass here before they push. Grenade going in. Doesn't hit anything. So a lot of Termagants in play, and Barb Strangler Warrior Brood. Floyd finding a way around. The Havocs, in fact, Ravener Brood got on it. By Ghaz. Now being counter-initiated by Heretics though. Doom blasting. CSM there. Plague Champion there. If the CSM waded into melee with those Raveners and the Plague Champion shot them, they may have been able to get a model or two off them. But they had Alfonso the Hive Tyrant and some Hormagaunts bearing down on them. Decent grenade goes in. Banshee's back to the front line. Warlock barely gets out. Do they have Immolator Blade? They do not. Banshees with a good war shout, trying to get straight onto that Warrior Brood. Warrior Brood have a heavy infantry armor, so they do not like power swords. And of course they are Synapse creatures, so they will Synapse Backlash explode on death. Tier 2 for Bulbus, the first player to go. Another Ravener Brood for Ghaz. Noisy and Floid with the Warriors. Both Chaos Fellows with Havocs. Val.Hero has dropped one of their Heretic squads along the way. I don't think they were upgraded though, so it's not a massive deal. Oh, maybe they were. Well, Hate also dropped some Heretics, and I know one of the Heretic squads had an aspiring champion. Bunch of dead Heretics there. Can't remember who had their aspiring champion. Was it Hate? Or was it Val.Hero? I think it was Val.Hero actually. So yeah, I think Val.Hero lost a squad that had an aspiring champion. Maybe it was right on the screen, or maybe it's right here. No, that's a Havoc. Not sure then. Who knows? Who could possibly figure it out? Here's a Brood Nest coming up for from the Hive Tyrant. One of their global abilities back down to the southwest. I see lots of purple Zinchian crap around. I think they were just the Doom Bolts over there is why. Lictor Alpha on the prowl. Being Sonic Blasted. Great target up here for the Sonic Blaster. Double Termagants and the Warrior Brood with the Barb Strangler all bunched up. But Hormagaunts getting in. Eating a Doom Bolts 2v1 against Hate. Sorcerer stayed in play. And here's a bit of an assist from Val. The aspiring champion on the way for these Heretics now. Barb Strangler suppressing those Banshees. Bulbus coming all the way from the northeast. Throws out a Destructor. And Banshees get in, maybe? Oh, Barb Strangler gets a shot on them. They were split. But as long as the Barb Strangler hits any of them, they'll all be suppressed. Suppression is on a squad basis, not individual models. Alfonso, run! Heretics in retreat path. Think they're going to go down. Alfonso falls. This is the northern natural power of the blue team, being power bashed by those Tyranids. Anything for the Ravener Alpha? Nope. We have Wraith God on the way for Bulbus. Chosen Plague Marines on the field for Val.Hero. They should be able to do quite a lot of work here, I would think. Unique to the Plague Champion, those guys. Here they are. Power melee Plague Knives that do damage over time. They also passively damage nearby enemies just with their stench. And can create zombies. They're pretty cool dudes. Not the most mobile. They don't even have a melee charge, but they're fantastic at counter initiation and soaking up damage in general, because if they explode, if they die, they explode and heal the other models in the squad. So they can be a bit of a pain in the arse, especially if you can throw Touch of Nurgle on them. This is now the western natural power for the blue team being bashed. Going to be a full bash, it looks like. Double cap for the red Tyranid team. A strong tier 1 overall for them. Look at the map. All of the Ravener tunnels up this eastern edge, up into the northeast corner. Blue team taking the northeast back. The VP there. We'll see if the blue team can respond strongly in tier 2. Chosen Plague Marines getting suppressed, but not for very long there. They seem to shrug off that suppression. They do quite well under suppression, much like the Plague Champion and regular Plague Marines. They still move decently well, relatively speaking, when they're suppressed. I think they're only slowed by 30% rather than 60%. Or something like that. It might be 65 or some such. Here's your Wraith Guard. Caught in melee, which is not where they want to be. Grenade goes in. Good hit. Really good pinpoint hit there. Looks like the Wraith Guard lost their Spirit Seer buddy. I think that's him here. Which is why they got stunned for a second there. Guardian's doing some decent work. They can't chuck another grenade. Can they fight these guys in melee? They have their little Warlock. Nope. They cannot. 324 to 418. The center is blue. Northeast is blue. Southwest just turned blue. There's a triple for the blue team. Brood Nest here from the Hive Tyrant, as I said earlier, allowing these nearby allies to reinforce and get some health regen, but not for long. Goes down very, very quickly to a Sonic Blaster. Can shake it apart. And since you're Tyranids, you can't repair that thing, although it does have slow health regeneration. Crushing Claws in for Alfonso, not messing around anymore. 108 heavy melee DPS. That was Aura of Decay, I think. Yep, from the Armor of Pestilence. Trying to get the Zoanthrope out of there, and it worked. Zoanthrope is off the field for now. Chosen Plague Marines fighting a Crushing Claw Hive Tyrant, which isn't working out great for them. Oh, maybe they got rid of him. Made him retreat. I thought he was going to stick around, I guess. All that damage over time stacking up on him. Didn't like it. Northeast uncapped. Southwest now red. And looks like they're going to get the mid back as well. And Noise Marines wiped. Those are Val.Hero's Noise Marines. Did they actually finish the shrine? They were getting suppressed, but that was just the Havocs, I think. I don't think that shrine got finished. And Val.Hero's Heretics wiped. I wonder if you can finish an ally shrine. You can worship an ally shrine. Not sure if you can finish them with your own heretics. Look at the damage those Chosen Plague Marines soaked up there. How long they were on the field. Awesome sustainability. Doom Bolts. Didn't seem to do much. It was only a mini one. There is the Crippling Poison, and here comes a Plague Fist Plague Champion. Throws up the Pestilent Strike, or throws down the Pestilent Strike immediately, but at 90% range damage reduction. And are they able to? This is Hate Shrine. Val.Hero does have more heretics here now. They are finishing it. There's a Tzeentchian Shrine that shoots out Doom Bolts, and Nurgle Shrine heals allies, suppresses enemies, and if you worship it, you can reinforce. This is quite a big deal. If you worship the Tzeentch Shrine, I think it just gives you faster Doom Bolts. You do also get I believe it's a 10% damage resistance aura to this blue aura these guys have. That's only for Hate's units, though, near the shrine. Plague Champion falls, but should get revived there. Alfonso also goes down. Some CSM using Slaughter. Hormigaunt's backing off. 324 to 333. What's going on southwest? It's Noisy just strolling through with Scything Talons and Deadly Jump. Another Zoanthrope on the way for Floid. More Noise Marines, this time for Hate. Northeast is blue. What is this? How have these Wraith Guard been doing, actually? Can I select them, please? I mean, they're almost level 2. They've been killing stuff. There we go, level 2. Those Wraith Cannons are nasty. Area of effect. Good damage to all targets. And they suppress infantry. Those Raveners were getting wrecked. Ravener Alpha decides to leave. Meanwhile, in the mid, we have a Tyrant Guard on the field from Noisy. Plague Champion goes after it. So do the Chosen Plague Marines. Chosen Plague Marines should do good work, actually, against this thing. The super heavy infantry armor does not like power melee damage, and all that damage over time as well. I think the damage over time is heavy melee damage as well. Level 3 Hive Tyrant with bonded exoskeleton now goes straight after the shrine. The Shrine of Tzeentch doesn't like it. Oh, they didn't get stunned by the Pestilent Strike. Can't throw up their invulnerability. They might need to. There it is. It's 8 seconds or 9 seconds. Why is it not 10? It's a bit weird. Might need to run now. Howling Banshees. Infiltrated. Found some Raveners. That was nasty. Have you got a Witchblade of Kernus? You do. Also Cloak of Shadows, which is what was infiltrating those Banshees. Havocs with an autocannon. Awesome weapon versus all targets, really. Current Guard and Shield Wall. Gives it vehicle armor and a bunch of health regen, but looks like they're getting through it. Got some Plague Marines with Missile Launcher. Got the Plague Fist. They've got that autocannon as well. Tyrant Guard didn't really do much. Looks like it's going to fall. Banshees just got grenaded by their own Guardians, I think. 324 to 259. 2-1 cap. Yeah, they got 50 red for taking out that Tyrant Guard. What is this? The Sorcerer being flesh hooked and set upon by a bunch of Hormigaunts. Tyranids will retain this VP. They're taking northeast as well, thanks to the Ravna Alpha. He's got no war gear still. Got sort of double Hormagaunts out in tier 3, which is weird. I mean, I'm into it. Just fill the screen with teeth and claws. Ravna Alpha runs. There's a Burrow Strike. Yeah, it might be in a response to these Wraith Guard. Maybe they were having trouble with the Wraith Guard. They could have got a melee weapon for the Ravna Alpha maybe and gone in on them. Or just another Ravna Brood with melee loadout and stuff. But double Hormagaunts to do some work for you. Banshees looking for a fight. They found it. There's Distortion Field going up. That's not going to help them in melee though. That's a global from the Warlock. They are tearing up those Hormagaunts though, eh? Oh, they retreated the wrong one, I think. I think they retreated the wrong Hormagaunts and they wiped the ones that they left in there. Back towards the mid. What's going on? There's a bunch of chaos stuff here. And Alfonso, the Hive Tyrant, level 3, having a word with Havocs. Can you please leave? And they have left. I mean, you would. Double Zoanthropes here. That area of effect psychic attack they have. Big Champion comes in. These guys supported by a Brood Nest. Dark Flames. Global ability of the Sorcerer. Quite nasty. Zoanthropes having to use their shield. Big Champion doing a lot of work. And there's a Noxious Cloud. And there is Nurgle's Rot to create some zombies too. Awesome. Nurgle is very, very happy with all that. Well done, Val.Hero. And they can grab that VP now. Those zombies down there just exploding after a while. Alfonso going off the shrines again. This is the Nurgle shrine here. It's another Tzeentchian shrine to the left of it. Alfonso has to run. Tier 3 for Floid though. I hear Banshees yelling. Here they are. Fighting Hormagaunts. Level 3 Banshees. Going to be level 4 soon. They're getting good trades with those Hormagaunts, aren't they? And if the Warlock's involved in those fights, it's going to be really bad for the Hormagaunts because of Witchblade of Kurnus. Found a tunnel. Big Champion getting some forward capping done. Also taking southwest VP. Going to be a triple here for blue. More tunnels up in the north. Can red team hit back now? Seemed a bit laboured getting into tier 3s. I don't think they got their power hit that much. I don't think I've seen anything come after this one. But maybe Bulbus got onto this one a lot. And it slowed them down a bit. You have a Chaos Dreadnought in the mid from Hate with Mark of Khorne. Melee Dreadnought. Who's died? But a Plague Champion? Oh, Plague Champion's gone down. A little bit sloppy there. Died getting a decap. But they got the decap at least. Lictor Alpha jumping in. Chosen Plague Marines there to counter-initiate. Regular Plague Marines getting shot up. But Hormagaunts don't really want to fight them because they'd explode. Oh, there's Chains of Torment. Doom Bolts went in. Blood Rage Dreadnought there. Electroshock Grubs from the Venom Brood. Sorry, from the Warrior Brood. Venom Brood do have some ranged synapse and those Venom cannons, of course. Is the Sorcerer going to teleport this guy away? There it is. Could have kept him around a bit longer, maybe. Yeah, probably could have kept him around because here comes Val.Hero with the assist. Carnifex on the way for Ghaz. Neurothrope on the way for Noisy. 293 to 135. Red team taking northeast VP back. And bashing some power over here. Thanks to Alfonso getting a decap too. Full bash and a decap. Nicely done. Double Zoanthropes. Doing some decent work. Hive Tyrant goes straight after the Wraith Guard. Warlock ignores him to go after the back line. And Hive Tyrant runs. Those guys able to just back away. Chaos Dreadnought gets a crunch in there. Still 2 shrines in the mid. Blastmaster and some Havocs. What is this? push from Val.Hero. There is a Paroxysm and a Nurgle loop back there. Imperial Abyss from Val.Hero. Noisy did not panic though, just moved forward a bit. I think they did lose some termagants and stuff. Chosen Plague Marines getting very low. Still have 4 models though, look at that. At like 100 hit points each there. Dreadnought pushed forward quite far. There's Electroshock Grubs. 2 of them. And there's a big Chains of Torment. Look at the range on Chains of Torment. There's the central mass. And it's chaining stuff all the way over there. That's kind of nuts. Another Paroxysm going in. Can they get the Dreadnought down? Is the Sorcerer far enough away to warp it out? No! Double focus warp blast from the double zone thropes gets it done. Banshee's yelling. That was a bad fight for Val.Hero in the end. They went really hard on that push for whatever reason. Maybe they were trying to go for the power and they got kind of sucked into a fight. That sometimes the way it goes. See some enemies, you get sucked into fighting them and you're in a bad spot. Tyranids taking back the southwest. Can they capitalize on this numbers advantage now? Big numbers advantage. Swarm Lord on the way for Floid. Carnifex is in play. No upgrade yet, but it's still a big melee beastie. Level 3 Wraith Guard. They'll do some good damage against the Carnifex if they can catch it. Not the best at shooting moving targets, those fellas. Level are you, Mr. Plague Champion? Level 6. Alfonso taking down some shrines. And then runs. Yeah, he's in retreat, I think. His double zone thropes have been pretty awesome. Haven't leveled yet, though. Lictor Alpha gets his Sorcerer kill. There's a Paroxysm again. That's from the Neurothrope, doing percentage-based damage over time. What does Val.Hero get now? They have a lot of resources. Their next purchase is quite important. They can't get Terminators. I don't think I'd recommend getting Terminators with the Neurothrope and the double zones. And soon to be Swarm Lord, although Val.Hero doesn't know that. They've gone for a Great Unclean One. I was going to say get some tanks up, but they've gone Great Unclean One. Like a couple of Nurgle tanks might be good. There's the double zone thropes of anti-vehicle. Is there a Venom Brood around still? I don't see a Venom Brood. You have Termies, a tank or something? Hate says no, quite simply. Yeah, their power income's very low because of this. 230 to 112. Avatar of Cain on the field for Bulbus. The Neurothrope's going to do a lot of damage to that thing, much like it will to the Great Unclean One, but it's, it's 6,000 hit points. Double here for the red Tyranids now. Still a VP lead for the blue team though. Worth fighting for. Fire Prism on the way for Bulbus. And they have tons of red, so we could see an Eldritch Storm from them. Down goes the Plague Champion. Oh, Sorcerer's down as well. Warlock could get a couple of revives down there. Avatar's in trouble now. That's 2 Carnifexes, an upgraded Hive Tyrant, and a Swarm Lord in there. There's the Eldritch. Stuns the Swarm Lord. Didn't seem to do that. Maybe it helped the Avatar get away, I guess. Here's a Great Unclean One. Can do that. It's a foul snare. Passively damages nearby enemies. Powerful melee combatant. And you can worship it as a big old demon, of course. 150 to 112. Map looking very red. Can the blue team recover? Hate needs to get some units on the field, surely. They're waiting for some power to get a nice tier 3 unit. But I wonder if chucking out a couple of CSM and trying to get the Mark of Tzeentch would have been good here. I mean, it wouldn't have been helpful against the Swarm Lord and the double Carnifexes, but against everything else, it would have been decent. Relatively quick to get out. There's the Leech Essence from the Swarm Lord draining health of stuff. Down to 92 VPs, the blue team. Big pressure from Floid. And I think gets away safely. Alfonso is now level 6. Blue team taking the mid. 78 to 112. Great unclean one. Leading the line quite well for now, at least. More Carnifexes on the way. Where's that fire prison? There it is. Need to keep that thing very, very safe because that venom cannon will tear it apart very quickly with this Carnifex. Avatar's going back to base to heal up, it looks like. Something's going southwest, but there's a whole bunch of Tyranids coming in too. Sped up by those capillary towers. It's the Sorcerer trying to get a decat. Flesh Hook says no. Here comes the tank for hate. Sorcerer goes down though. Plague Champion got the cap on the mid. Still has Chosen Plague Marines. Level 3 Chosen Plague Marines as well. They should be a pretty good deal. Fire Prism's getting some XP slowly. They have the northeast. They have a 2-to-1. Can they stabilize? On mid and northeast, there's a Nurgle Shrine. Lictor Alpha coming in out of nowhere. Can they hold off this attack? This is going to be quite important, I think. Fire Prism needs to get in a good position. Carnifex is getting close to it. Great Unclean One's tying it up. There is Paroxysm. And look at the damage it does to the Great Unclean One. Look at the health going down there in the bottom right. That was like 600 or 700 damage in 3 seconds or something like that. From Paroxysm, because it's doing so much percentage-based damage. Fire Prism showing rear armor, but it's getting some good shots in. Or is it? Fire Prism is not shooting. It keeps moving every time it's going to shoot. There we go. Great Unclean One goes down. 50 to 72. Is that the Neurothrope? Neurothrope down. Tank is taking shots. It's a unupgraded tank without a mark. Imperial Abyss thrown in from Val.Hero. Everything runs away from it. Down goes the tank. With all these Carnifexes, I think that tank came out a little bit late. Came up a bit earlier would have been great, I think. Double cap for the Tyranids, and I think the blue team are out of it. Bulbus preserved their army reasonably well here, but there's a concede. They had a D-cannon at the end too. Look at these heroes, hey? Level 7 Warlock for Bulbus was pretty solid up in the northeast. Got some power bashes and stuff. Plague Champion level 6 and down with that Plague Fist. Sorcerer level 5. Don't know if this guy had a... don't think he had a weapon upgrade. Yeah, no Sword of Flame or anything. Ravener Alpha. Level 3 with Corrosive Devourer. Alfonso the Hive Tyrant level 7. Bioplasma at the end. And Noisy's Lictor Alpha level 8. Doing some good work. It's a fun game. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you next time.